Imagine it! Honorary Knight defeats foes and emerges as tournament champion! The headlight...
Do my ears deceive me? Or do you two have some breaking news to share with me?
Whoa! Who are you?
Oh, sorry. Force of habit. I tend to keep my ears peeled at all times. Didn't even realize I was listening in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird from Fontaine. I've been posted here to cover the King of Invokations Grand Prix.
The Steambird?
The Steambird is a major news outlet headquartered in Fontaine and widely acclaimed all over Teyvat. We even have regular columnists based right here in Mondstadt.
Ooh, okay. Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. What was that you were saying about some breaking news?
Oh, looks like I've managed to pique your interest. Well, the truth is that my keen reporting senses are telling me that this competition will be chock full of huge news stories.
Huge news stories? You sure your senses are reliable?
Absolutely! After all, I've seen it with my own eyes. There's a criminal who's been slinking around the competition venue, and his name is the Card Snatcher.
Card Snatcher?
He stole his opponent's cards when they weren't looking.
But why would someone want to steal other people's cards?
Whatever the truth of the matter, it's my job as a journalist to dig up all the gory details. And so, what do you...
That does sound interesting. But why us?
Are you kidding me? It's a no-brainer, considering you're the honorary knight who saved Mondstadt, the hero of Liyue who fought alongside the Adepti, a key player in the repealing of Inazuma's Sakoku decree, and the redeemer of the Sumeru Academia.
Okay, point taken. Yeah, it seems like we've ended up making quite a big name for ourselves, huh? Hey, we've got better things to do than listening to that.
I promise you, teaming up with me will be a great move for you. For start, not to mention that being in a news agency makes me pretty well connected. That'll come in real handy if you're ever traveling in Fontaine. And if you ever wanted to run an ad in the paper one day, no problem.
That actually sounds genuinely useful. What do you think, Traveler?
Great! Then welcome to the news crew. Ah, I've heard that the Traveler always lends a helping hand. So now then, before we start investigating our card snatcher, I have one other small task to take care of first. That Mondstadt columnist who I mentioned earlier is a longtime favorite of the Steambird's readership. Management thought that a cash bonus was in order, so I brought it along with me.
Oh, so we're gonna go meet them now?
Yep, I have the address right here. We just need to... I thought you would have figured out who it is I'm talking about by now. From what I've heard, you're quite well acquainted.
Oh, it's someone we know? That doesn't narrow it down much. Never mind, just lead the way, Charlotte. Who could it be?
One of your rich friends, I'd assume. After all, you gotta be pretty well off to live in the city, right?
That still doesn't really narrow it down. We know lots of people with lots of mora.
Wow, I guess being a national hero earns you friends in high places. Here we are. Wait here a moment. I'll go hand over the cash.
Who is it? Can I help you? Oh, Traveler and Paimon, what brings you here? And I'm sorry, I don't believe we've...
You must be Mona Magistus, the astrologist. It's an honor to finally meet you. I'm Charlotte, a reporter from the Steambird. Your columns have been so well received by our readers lately that our management asked me to present you with this cash bonus.
She got Mona's full name and title right on her first try. She really does do her homework.
Ah, you must be Charlotte. Welcome, welcome. Please, just call me Mona. Gosh, this is a long way to come from Fontaine.
No trouble at all. It was on the way.
Wow, sounds like your articles are a real hit with readers all over Teyvat, Mona.
Have I never told you? Well, I've been writing my column, All Things Astrological, for the Steambird, the chief editor wrote to me a while ago about the bonus.
Huh, you make it sound like you really needed this. Are you pressed for money, Mona?
What? No, of course not. It's just that once I knew the bonus was coming, I reallocated some funds that I'd previously set aside for daily necessities and purchased some expensive equipment. That's all.
Aha! Perfect! Renowned astrologist broken starving. Do the stars really have all the answers? The article practically writes itself.
Mona's actually super rich. It's just...
Super rich is a bit of a stretch. Anyway, enough about that.
Originally, we just came to catch up with a friend of ours. But some things have come up, and now we're helping Charlotte investigate the case of the Card Snatcher.
Speaking of which, will you be competing in the King of Invokations Grand Prix? Where it is that the prizes are pretty stellar.
I'm much too busy with my research these days to dedicate time to a competition. Besides, even if I did enter, there's no guarantee I'd actually win a prize, is there?
Isn't there? I'd have thought you'd be certain to win with astrology.
What do you take me for? No.
Well said. Spoken like an accomplished academic and a conscientious citizen.
Well, yes, obviously. Anyway, if past precedent is anything to go by, you're the ones who ought to be wary of what's around the corner.
Thanks for the offer, but there's no need. But don't you worry. They call it investigative journalism for a reason.
All right, well, best of luck with your investigation, then. Thanks, I will. And yes, we
I think it's about time we started heading to the competition venue, the Mondstadt region.
All right! Paimon can't wait to find out who the finalists are. Wow, so this is the venue, huh? Seems pretty lively here.
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon, what a rare surprise. Did you really come all this way just to watch Timmy and me in the final?
Kaya? You made it to the finals? Wait,
Hey, come on now. That's no way to talk to a friend. Enjoying a drink while playing a few rounds of cards.
well, since you're in the competition, have you noticed anything suspicious going on so far?
Stealing cards, you say?
Well, we just ran into this journalist from Fontaine and Oh, Paimon bet she snuck out to go find some tasty snacks for herself!
Journalist from Fontaine. Oh, you mean the one from the Steambird. I do.
Yeah, that'll be her. She said that she saw a card snatcher at the tournament venue, so we're helping her investigate.
A card snatcher?
Huh? What makes you say...
Hello, everyone! Your attention, please! The final is about to begin! Now,
Guess we'll have to leave it there. Thanks, Travel.
Go get him, Kaya! We'll see you in a bit! So, Traveler, who do you think is gonna win? Yeah, Timmy seems to be a pretty strong TCG player. Either way, whoever wins is bound to make headlines. Huh. Maybe she got caught up
Time to act.
Charlotte! What happened? You just disappeared without saying anything.
Oh, I just didn't want to bother you while you were catching up with your friend.
But Kaya's one of the finalists.
I could churn out that kind of soft news piece in 5 minutes if I had to. Personally, I'm more interested in those two. From the moment things kicked off, they've been acting very strangely, like they're trying to stay out of sight. I'm sure they...
You mean...
Shh! Keep your voice down! We don't want to scare them off. We need... Huh? Wait!
He's on the run!
After him!
Huh? You seem like you've done this before. Do you spy on people often?
He's heading toward Mondstadt's side gate. Let's... Body and mind.
Now he's heading away from the city! How long are we gonna follow him for? At this rate, we're gonna miss Kaya and Timmy's match! Are you alright?
Oh, thank goodness. I thought it was all over for me.
Those treasure hoarders, did you know them? It sure looked like they were here just for you.
Why would I know them? I was just, out for...
Oh, really? Then why did they target you? It wouldn't be because of some dubious deal you were involved in at the tournament, would it?
Huh? A deal? I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, that's a shame. I was only gonna ask you for an interview, but maybe I'm just wasting my time.
Whoa, 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 whoa! No, please!
Wow, that was some serious bluffing on Charlotte's part.
Back at the tournament, I was approached by some random guy who said that he wanted to buy a card back off me. I said, okay, how much are you off?
Really?
Nothing special. I just picked it up at the general goods store. It had a This guy offered me 3 times. I could hardly believe my luck. So I...
Did you ask him why he wanted...
No, I didn't. Genius Invocation TCG has been getting pretty popular lately, and some people will pay good mora to make their decks look flashy. But after I gave him the card back, he let out a sigh of relief and said something about...
Or something like that. He either said that or he didn't. How certain...
I'm positive.
That I don't know, but in the interests of your personal safety, I suggest you report all of this to the Knights of Favonius. After all, you weren't doing anything against the law, were you?
Right? Yeah, no, that makes sense. I'll go speak to the Knights of Favonius.
It sounds like that guy's just collecting rare card backs. Are you sure this is...
Well, it definitely doesn't add up. You really think someone out there's going from nation to nation, shelling out huge sums of money for a few card backs bought from a grocery store? My gut tells me that there's more to this story than the card back alone. This entire situation reeks of exclusive news.
Ooh, treasure!
Who knows? But wherever this leads, even though I didn't manage to get a good look at his face, his physique and the way he moved were identical to the card snatcher I saw last time. I'm sure it's this. He was much more discreet this time, though. I guess he didn't want to risk trying anything with so many. But
From the sounds of it, we need to head to Liyue next. Like, shouldn't we check in with Kaya?
good idea.
I hereby declare the winner of the Mondstadt Regional Final of the King of Invokations Grand Prix is... Timmy!
Wow, Timmy!
I was beaten by the best. Timmy's a tough opponent. He had me on the back foot the entire time. It's all right. This must be the journalist from Fontaine you mentioned earlier. Charlotte, was it? Enchanté. I'm Kaya, cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius.
The pleasure is all mine. Mondstadt's reputation as the city of song and freedom is truly deserved. The mood here is simply delightful.
I'm glad you're liking it. Oh, by the way... I see.
So, it seems we have an answer to Kaya's question from earlier. What the card snatcher's really after is these card backs. But we...
Well, while I'd love to accompany you all to Liyue... In fact, our top priority right now is strengthening...
Don't worry, we'll keep you in the loop if we find anything.
Wonderful. Then I look...
Thanks for
Oh, Paimon wanted to ask. See the two people on this poster? Are they the inventors of Genius Invocation TCG? They look so young.
Maybe, but very little is known about either of them. Whether they've been living under a rock this whole time or just aren't interested in fame, I don't know. But hardly anybody has ever seen them.
The poster's probably just an artist's impression to capture the general look and feel of the duo.
Sounds like they're a couple of socially reclusive scholars. If Paimon were in their shoes, she'd be showing up to all the events, signing autographs, selling cards, and probably getting complimentary food and drink.
I approve.
I was reading up on the game's inventors before I came to Mondstadt. But I soon discovered that there's no mention anywhere of where they live or of any Genius Invocation events that they've attended. It's as if they've designed the game and then never played it again.
Either they don't want to play the game, or they're unable to. But they must have their reasons.
I wonder if they'll show up at all during the King of Invocations Grand Prix.
Maybe, if you get lucky. And based on my experience, the Traveler seems to have no shortage of that.
Oh, really? Well, that gives me one less thing to worry about. Anyway, our focus is still on... I heard Snezhnaya has an old saying. If you try chasing two rabbits at once, you'll only end up empty-handed.
Well, the Traveler and Paimon can always split up and chase one rabbit each. Oh, okay. Now Paimon's feeling hungry. We can worry about...
You can always trust... The tournament has brought quite a crowd, so there's a lot of fun to be had around the venue.
So